torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light. On that day when the sky fell away, our world came to an end. In our eyes did a fading sunrise in the dark, glimmering shadows. Silence grows in the spaces between, stretching out beyond time. Rising up as a chorus of souls finds a voice, flickering through the void. These little sparks cling on to life, everyone caught in the struggle. And then the storms of change, they fan the flames, scattering ashes to the wind. Every soul contains a whisper of light, gleaming faintly as it dwindles from sight. No escape, no greater fate to be made. In the end, the chains of time will not break. Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light. As fate spins a thread without end, new life draws its first breath, blossoming in a soil reclaimed from the past, where destiny holds fast. Here where we stand, hand clenched in hand, everyone caught in the struggle. This is the day we finally find our way, stepping into our tomorrow. Every soul contains a whisper of light, growing louder as it calls to unite. From the distance sings a chorus of souls, rising slowly, stirring heat from the coals. Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Light will guide you on your way to the ultimate fight. Every soul contains a whisper of light, growing louder as it calls to unite. From the distance sings a chorus of souls, rising slowly, stirring heat from the coals. Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Light will guide you on your way to the ultimate fight.
And we're back. So, I actually don't have a single idea where to go. I'm going to try and just hunt down correct or incorrect paths today again. The problem is I don't know alchemy. I don't know shit about alchemy. Alchemy. And it doesn't help that fucking Google keeps making it backwards. See, it's not the same. So goddamn funny. This isn't what it said yesterday. Different order. These stages sometimes represented by colors like black, white, yellow, and red. In the mundane world and within oneself. Okay. This stage involves the purifying fire where substances are heated to break them down and remove impurities. Okay, flowing water, dissolution. Disillusioned? No, dissolution. Dissolving ashes in water. A plunge into the unconscious. Okay. Unearthing of hidden parts of the self. Ego-driven perceptions and embracing the chaotic nature of the subconscious. Okay, now I'm seeing the connection. This has to be the underground Thea, or Hyeta and Thea, where the alchemist filters and observes the unearthed material, identifying aspects that contribute to personal growth. Okay, but where the fuck are we right now? Where am I? We're way at the top. We're still doing this. So this is the dung eater. Point of no return where the different components are brought together in a specific ratio. Is it where you jump? Oh, the conjunction. It's an eclipse, right? I put the S in the wrong spot. I even knew where I was putting it, and I fucked up anyway. So, a conjunction is somewhat of an eclipse, right? Boom. Solar eclipse, conjunctions. So, that has to be the medallion halves. Because that's the whole, you go to an eclipse area, Castle Soul, where one of the half medallions are. So if you need to get 2 medallions, one would eclipse the other. Huh. A solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between the sun and earth. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Represents the union of opposing elements, often symbolizing the unification of contrasting aspects of the self. I actually have no idea. Maybe someone else that might be obvious too, but... Fire and water, maybe this is you marrying Ronnie? Yeah, forces like masculine and feminine conjoining, essentially. An unconscious, or the rational and emotional. The successful outcome of this stage is inner harmony and a more complete personality. Okay. Opposition and union. The conjunction stage in alchemy highlights the merging of opposing forces within the individual of the process itself. So... yeah, it's like a fucking eclipse. Like an eclipse would be a great visual representation, right? The conjunction can be visualized through the symbolic representation of the sun and the moon representing... okay, yeah. Like the sun getting eclipsed by the moon. Like, anywho. So, the Castle Soul being a symbol of an eclipse, having the Halig Tree Medallion, this has to be some part of the process regarding the Halig Tree Medallion. Oh, and then fermentation, you can't finish the Dung Eaters without going to the Halig Tree. Separation. No clue. Much like the separating the good and bad. So is this like when we start collecting the endings? Oh, Okay, alright. Distillation. You would need a crucible. This stage involves heating the mixture to separate volatile components, often to purify or extract the specific element. You would need a crucible for this. Right? Yep, that's literally a furnace with a fucking crucible. Alright, cool. Crucible. Furnace. That's a weird ass furnace. I wonder where the crucible is on that thing. Genuinely don't know. But this is what it feels like. I know what I'm looking at is alchemy. I know what I'm looking at is a furnace. But if you pointed a gun to my head and said, find this part of the furnace, I'd be like, well, I'm fucked. You have to shoot me. I think that's the top bin part where the smoke is supposed to let out. This is like a normal furnace back here. The hell is this? No, this is like, yeah, distillation. The art of distillation, but it has a crucible right here. That's funny. I guess that would be it. Are these two gods using the homes as crucibles? The fuck does that even mean? Well, it's wearing silver and red, so these would have to be someone representing the Red King and someone representing the White Queen if it wasn't them themselves. Okay, so now that I got a visual representation of it back, I think it's a key operation used by alchemists in pursuit of the Philosopher's Stone, the Elixir of Life, and other alchemical goals. In essence, distillation allows alchemists to isolate and refine substances, believing it was a fundamental step in transforming base substances into higher ones. And alchemy refers to the process of separating a mixture into its individual components or purifying liquids by converting them into vapor and then condensing the vapor back into a liquid. Okay. I mean, I had to reread it to be like, where does this apply in game? A couple places, actually. The Moose boss, right? Like a steam enemy. Shit. My idea of what the Philosopher's Stone is in this game, I think it is Melania / Millicent and Mikola. Like, it's you create it through them. It's the fact that they separate. You have to like unify them. Okay. So they are secret endings. So the hidden parts of the self. There's about 3 secret endings that don't have ties to achievements. Do I need to go die to all of the dragons that breathe fire? Is that what you're telling me right now? Do I have to go get eaten by Rykard?
Come over here, would you? Your would advise against taking the main gate into the castle.
Okay.
It's tightly guarded by hardened old hands.
Okay.
Oh, try the opening right here. The guards don't know about it.
Oh shit, his arm is
Reach the
missing.
castle undetected.
Wait a minute now. Alright, I'm definitely supposed to say no to everyone on the first cycle, I think, but saying no here. Yeah, very well.
Yes, that's the spirit. You're just the kind of tarnish that I like. I pray for your success.
So Godric took his arm.
Use that opening to breach the castle. The guards haven't a clue about it. You'll slip right inside undetected.
It's weird that he's giving me the option to say no, I'll use the main gate. I pray for your success. Okay. If I turn around and start walking back. Oh, I guess that's an insane circle. All right. I have a save state that we will continue. Okay. Looks like there's actually a path down there. I kind of want to loot it. Just don't want to miss anything. Really nothing. I guess you circle back around to there. That's funny. That's maybe to show people that the map circles back in certain hidden ways. So what the fuck happened here? Alright, I adjusted the volume of the game in OBS. Hopefully it's not too quiet. He duded. Oh shit. Whoa. That's a weird color of blood. Is my shit just glitched out? It looks like everyone's got like blue blood on. Am I crazy? Is that like a setting? I actually accidentally adjusted a setting, I guess. Break these so they don't blow up. There we go. God damn. Albinoric blood? Maybe? No, that was weird. Oh, I'm locked in. This is New Game Plus 7, so. Okay, open up, please. Huh. Finally crafted. Oh shit, I can finally show it. Where is it? See, I only have one. A finely crafted greatsword intricately engraved with an ancient motif given to knights who, whether by misfortune or misdeed, were forced to abandon their homes. Most of these knights were sent to the fringes, where they were forced to start anew with only despair for company. Fringed folk, right? We need to see the sword. It's a flower on a like floral pattern branch design. It's crazy. At the very base of the hilt. It's a flower. You can't unsee it now. Amongst the lilies? Why lilies? I have so many questions there. Can you really just jump across? Ow. What? You can do that? How the fuck did I never try that before? New combo unlock? The attack speed was like way faster than I thought. Wait, hold on. I gotta try that again. What did I just do? So... roll... So roll heavy attack or light attack, heavy attack. You get like a quick double stab. What the fuck? It's broken as shit. How have I never tried that before? Normally I don't like doing the light attack because it takes so long to do the secondary one, but that double, the like change up, the fuck? New combo. Roll. I held it down. Roll light attack, heavy attack. What? Yo, what? 1,000 hours into the game discovers a new combo. What? You can do that? No, the animation flows better than most, so it's like here. That would probably do a poise break and give you a really good opening. Okay. I didn't do a skip, did I? Get all the way to the top. How the fuck do I get over there? Okay, well. Parkour. Jumping required ahead. Okay. See an item down below. Oh, camera. Okay. God damn. I have so many theories on what might be able to happen. I'm probably going to find something that points it out and it's going to be so obvious. Or I'm going to find something that completely contradicts what I'm trying to find. Hopefully I find one or the other soon, so that I could just stop the journey. just please. Dude, I hate those birds. That was the easiest it's ever been. Normally I suck. I use like 3 healing potions. It's like a mini boss. Didn't expect legs. Yeah, what the fuck's going on? Fog gate. Can I loop back up to that? There's a ladder on this side. No! It just like stopped me mid-roll. That's upsetting, but I'll be able to jump down from right above it. I feel like I hit that timing perfectly, but... I'm not risking the super armor. We'll just take it slow. Motherfucker. I was like, wait, didn't I have like a big portion of runes left? God damn it. Like hundreds of thousands of runes just got stolen by Gastok. Fuck. It's okay though. Actually, honestly, I'm laughing because it's more funny that it happened, but I don't actually spend the runes on anything, so whatever.
The pleasure's mine. Roger is the name. A sorcerer, as you might have guessed. I'm looking for a little something here in the castle.
I wonder if I die with the buff, does it
But enough about
fuck me over?
What are you doing here in Stormvale Castle? This place is bristling with tarnished hunters, you know. They sacrifice our kind for grafting.
But aren't they tarnished?
I'd stroll into without a purpose in mind.
What if we say this first?
I see. Here to challenge Godric and lay your hands upon a great rune, are you? You can see it then, I take it. The guidance of grace. Well, enjoy it while you can. I'm tarnished, like you. But unlike you, I've seen neither hide nor hair of this guidance for the longest time. Still, I won't forget how it felt when I first came here, to the lands between. I'm privy to a few magical battle arts. Would you care to learn one? As a fellow tarnished, once guided by grace, I'd love to help you out, if it please.
So what the fuck does it mean once guided by grace? Like, it just... they don't see the guiding light anymore?
The battle art you've learned is of the Glintstone family. They were conceived at the Great Academy of Rea Lucaria, to the north of this castle. In the past, they obeyed laws which contravened the Golden Order, or so I'm told. Fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a very particular way of phrasing that.
Absorb practices that contradicted itself in the past. With the order broken, twisted, and in need of repair, such adaptability is more important now than ever.
I'm broken, twisted, and in need of repair. That explains the fucking path I'm on. I don't... Oh! Learn skill? Is that why they're listed first?
Oh, keen to learn.
So what if I do this? I have to die to Godric, don't I? And then turn around and leave the area. You just have to view everyone's cutscene? That would be funny as fuck, if that's the play. The only way to beat the game is get everyone to survive, including the bosses, and view their cutscenes, so you gotta get into like phase 2. That would be fucking hilarious.
Oh, hello there. Good to see you safe. Stopping by to learn a battle art or two.
Okay. He's got no new dialogue for us. Okay. Let's go get the chrysalid. And pray that... I don't know. We don't die to the grafted monster. I'm like depressed now. No, it's because we're finding the answers, but we're starting, and it's like any misstep here might fuck the whole playthrough up. Because I don't know what the requirements are. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot this was here. I was about to say we should either jump down and circle back around, or... Is that a Mesmer's Knight helmet? No, but it looks a lot like it. It's just their helmet. You know, I wasn't worried, but then they drew their sword. Oh, never mind. Fuck. You should have stayed seated, motherfuckers. Oh, shit. Glintstone, feather, a head. Like, what do they have on their heads? A crown of light. Place is fucked up. There's just limbs hanging from the ceiling. It's fine. Okay. There we go. So maybe that'll give us questions. Brooch wrapped in red velvet. Chrysalids memento. Memento left by the chrysalids sacrificed for grafting. A brooch wrapped in red velvet. Traces of blood are visible, faintly visible. Spirits try to convey something, but their voices cannot be heard. Okay. And it looks like they're spiraling. Looks like there's 3 spiraling spirits. I can't be too certain. I'm gonna have to look at that again. I don't. How much you want to bet I don't even see them? I'm not even gonna see them or the invader. I'm gonna show up. It's already gonna be over. Wait, is that him hiding in the bushes right there? No, that's a red dog. That would have been so funny if he was crouched looking that way towards them, and I just run up behind and get a backstab. Like, hello, sir. And or, madam. Please tell me they're 20 fucking miles below me. You gotta be fucking kidding me. This multiplayer shit is painful sometimes. Where the fuck? I'm not even in the same time zone as these fucking guys. I'm in the overworld. And I'm not talking about where they summoned me from. I'm talking about how far it fucking spawned me. Is this real right now? What the fuck am I supposed to go, dude? Okay. Like, you just gave me a cliff to jump to? Bro, I'm never gonna get there. They're gonna kill it before I, yep, look. Is the invader's name Host of Fingers? Tom? What the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck? His name is Tom. He's supposed to be a bloody finger, no? I would bet money that I'm not. I saw their health bars because it's forced to show up, but we're nowhere near this guy. I hope the guy is rolling away from them one shot with no healing left, and I just run up and fucking get the last hit. That would be so goddamn funny. I'd be like, well, I guess I did get the help after all. Get my stamina back. Let's charge it. He's the one shot. Quick. Quick, the prophecy. I'm trying to lock on to someone, but it ain't working. Wait, what am I looking at right now? Oh, he's disguised as me. Is that it? No. Cut him off at the pass. Like, what the fuck? There's another spirit here. Do as much damage as you can. Alright, that was a good invasion. I'm okay with that. We're cool with that. Ran for 20 minutes to fucking hit him one time and then it off sync his roll, like he was off sync. And I just run up and stab. they ran up and stabbed after I hit him. That was funny as fuck. God, perfect. Somber smithing stone for a maiden dropping a tear. So the night dragons. What the fuck are the? What are the difference? What are the differences, huh? What's the difference? There you go. No, but actually, what? Smithing stone, ancient dragon rock, smithing stone. The fuck? Drained of color, the scale of the ancient dragon lord. And hidden treasure of Faramazula. And hidden treasure of Faramazula. Okay, so same fucking thing. The ancient dragon lord's seat is said to lie beyond time. This stone is lightly the stone lightly twists time, allowing the creation of a weapon capable of slaying a god. It is tinged with gold. Oh! You have to finish the ancient dragon smithing stone collection. That's like the good ending to certain people's quests. Is that it? Because you're piecing together the Elden Lord? God, what I wouldn't give to look at the flag system of this game and decipher it. Oh my god. You guys happen to know about the dark secrets of this castle? Oh, I could put my shield up. Jesus. The fucking prompt blocked my input. I was like, why I'm pressing buttons and nothing's happening. Okay, well. That was short-lived. Let's see if I can grab this before it takes me. No! Please! God damn it. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Okay, well. I imagine a blue portal opens up, and I just get sucked into it. Then I'm like, oh shit, not again. What America Chavez style, where just you accidentally open portals, and I'm like, oh fuck, but I'm in the middle of something. Oh shit. Is it trying to spawn me up here to show me the secret paths to people? Because the only other way to loop around would take a 10-minute walk? Or what the fuck is happening with this multiplayer system? Is this like a guiding... Is this like the... Is there a developer watching that's like, wait, summon him into that person's world? This is Tom again. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? Don't worry, guys. I'll go around back. I got him. No! Oh god! I got baited. They didn't take the opening, but I could solo this guy. What the fuck is happening in there? We'll just trade him. We'll just trade him, okay? Is he hiding in there still? Where is this boy? Where is he? Where the fuck is Shield Man, Maiden, or whatever they are? My goal is to protect the hosts, so while I'm here, this is the multiplayer fun that you can't have when the servers go down, right? So might as well have a blast. I am a fading blue spirit. My kind will fade, and there will never be blue spirits ever again. So, which is a crazy truth to think about. I wonder if they ever incorporated that into the story. They're like, well, technically, did he just go back? Did he just leave? Did he re-invade? Like, what the fuck just happened? Does this person not have any upgrades? What the fuck is going on with his health? We're getting like super... The taste of defeat. The red phantom went away. That was a little red puddle. And then we stayed around. So they like re-invaded and went to a different area. I've never seen that before. I've seen a lot of shit. Is there an item out there? I don't think there is, but... I have a feeling we're gonna get summoned back to that open world multi... That's cool. I need to make that YouTube short. Remember to use the white cipher ring. Set it and forget it. Just turn this on at the beginning of your playthrough, and it's a fun multiplayer experience. It doesn't hurt you at all, and if you get invaded by an enemy, someone comes to help you. It is the best fucking ring in the game, and it allows me to be a blue spirit the more people that do it, so... It's actually set it and forget it. I keep forgetting that I have the blue ring on, and it's like... Just pulled into another world. I'm like, no! I'm in the middle of something. But it's okay. It's kind of fun. Like I said, it feels like genuinely being chosen by random fate to help people. Yo, what's up, Flicker? How you doing? How you doing? I'm just laughing about the getting summoned randomly. Like, I'll be like in the middle of a long path where there's no grace, and then it's like, you're being summoned to another world, and it feels like I'm just getting dragged into a portal. I'm like, no! It is fun though. So I think I have to run out of the dungeon right now, and maybe we go back to talk to Roderica. I think. It's like I get to invade people, but also be a good guy. That's why I love the blue hunter ring, right? It's crazy. I like fighting players. I just like doing it honorably. God damn it. So I go in as a blue spirit instead of a red spirit to help the host against a red spirit. So I do think it's great. I'm trying a Great Katana Bleed build right now, and it third tried Millennia W. Hell yeah. I love when you try a new build, you end up enjoying shit. Like, it's a brand new experience. Or I like when you try it. I mean, people have their comfort builds like me. I actually never really did a bleed build in any of the Dark Souls games, so this is like one of the first times I'm ever doing a bleed build, and I'm like, oh, this shit's so fun, right? Especially because I go to help other people in PvP, so it's not like, oh wow, you're invading people with a bleed build in PvP. It's like, oh, you're helping people with a bleed build in PvP. It's like just one little change, and I think like, oh cool, yeah, you know. For some reason, it changes my perspective on it, but I know like the whole community, people like the blue spirits, even though it's like, you're doing the same thing. I'm invading to ruin the player's fucking fun, but the difference is I'm invading the guy who's invading, right? Who's really the invader? No, but that's why I think it's a Hunter x Hunter reference. Because I've never watched Hunter x Hunter except like one time at Anime Expo. My group that I was hanging out with went to one of the like showrooms where they're just like playing anime all day. And they had a movie going, which was cool. But other than that one movie out of context, I've never actually seen anything. But you're called a hunter and you're hunting tarnished hunters. So you are a hunter, right? But the symbol is an X, right? That's the difference. This is the ring that calls me. This is my ring. The noticeable difference is the huge X that's right there in the middle, right? It's like, that is the symbol. That's where the jewel would be, right? And it calls you during hunter multiplayer, right? So it's like multiple hunters can show up in one world. So, and it says hunter a bunch of times in this, right? It says it twice, but in both ring descriptions. I just think it's great. I've never seen the show, but even I can at least say it's Hunter X and Hunter, right? That's the joke. But I don't know what the premise is. I know they're fighting. I don't know why they're fighting. I also know that the guy who made Hunter, I think it's Hunter Hunter, right? There's no X. The guy who made it is married to the lady who made Sailor Moon, and their wedding card or something was like, I think it was them, right? It's something like that. One of the animes, one of the people who make like an action anime made, or got married to the lady who makes Sailor Moon. And it's like their wedding card artwork they drew together, which is super cool. I think that's the more important thing, but I'm pretty sure it's Hunter x Hunter. Alright. I looped around many times. Never mind, I was gonna say, I think there's only like one room I haven't. I've never watched Hunter x Hunter either, I just know that the main character's dad left him. Bro, same. Does that make me a main character? No, that is I didn't actually know that, but same. I haven't seen the show, only that one movie, but it was really fucking cool. Where does this go? Oh, another secret jail. I understand the power scaling now in comparison to DBZ, which is a show I have seen a lot of, which I feel like they make a reference to in this. When you have the talismans on that I did before, I was joking about going Ultra Instinct and Kaioken, but you actually start to glow white and blue, or white and red. So here's the... Okay, never mind. You're glowing red. I watch One Piece more. I've never watched One Piece. My friends that I hung out with loved that show, but I never actually watched it. Shit, what was the talisman that was just here? Infinite magic, that's what it is. Spellblade's dream. Okay. I think more games should have pirate ship stuff in it as a subplot, but less games should be pirates as a whole. That's a hot take. More pirate content, but less pirate games. Like space pirates are cool as fuck. I guess that's a bit different though. Damn, you got a lot of talismans, bro. It's because I've been hunting. This is New Game Plus 7, but I've been like looking for lore and trying to find optimal paths through the game. I've gotten every single ending on this guy. So the talisman setup was like me looking for answers nonstop, and I think I could just drop them for people. Yeah, I could just leave one. So like if I'm in a group with someone and I notice, you know, they're taking a lot of damage from something, I can actually just drop the item for. I saw a red phantom. I got a picture of her. She dropped this item here. She dropped an item for the host, and I could pick it up, but I didn't. I was like, damn, you could do that? I didn't even know you can invade people and give items. Maybe let's try that. I'm gonna be an item giver. You're gonna be like, what the fuck is happening right now? Let's do it. Ready? Let's see if I can actually invade someone. No, I probably shouldn't do that. But it would be so fun. We'll withdraw it for now. I think there's a point in the story where you have to use the online multiplayer, so I'll actually just save it. When you get to Vare. Which I kind of have a question about Vare that I can go answer right now as well, but... I wonder if I can go talk to... What's his face now? Do you think Rajier... Ow. Will have moved along in his dialogue now that I opened the path? Prophecy. Ooh. I like fulfilling prophecies. Interesting. I give people items sometimes because I get items and different playthroughs and drop items to my main. That's smart. I've just gone and collected things for fun because I'm crazy. But I've been enjoying the game, honestly. As soon as I did... Essentially, I did a no leveling playthrough, right? Tried to beat the game without leveling. And then... It was hard. And I got through it. But then I went and... played on my normal character for like one boss that was hard for me to do on a level 1 playthrough, and I deleted it. I was like, oh shit. Like, it felt like training weights falling off anime style, you know? I was like, oh wait, this is how normal people play. This is how the game expects you to play, and now I'm going to destroy everything. So it does feel good. Definitely a confidence booster. Okay, so this is where it wants me to go. That's a death drop. Right? Science. Whoa. You don't even need to open the shortcut for the shortcut to shortcut. Whoa. Wow. And that item there suggests that it's actually the correct path to take, which is wild. Okay. Ow. I was like adjusting my seat and I clicked the button. It just splashed blood everywhere. Okay, so the underground area is laden. That's the word of the day. With statues of the mother with her face ripped off or head broken, right? Actually, no, most of these are fine. Some of these are fine. Most of these. Some of them actually have their face ripped off, though. That is weird. Okay, stop it, please. Please, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Bad rat. Okay. Analyzing lore as we push through the dungeon. And follow the ley lines. So they say go this way, hit a wall, turn around, go this way. See the thing, it runs into there. Gets caught perfectly because we followed the ley lines and we're just built different. Actually, it seemed that it wanted me to go this way, right? Beetle runs this way. We run this way. We turn this way. It was all leading the same way. I guess it was just giving a path for the beetle to run down. Wow, that's so fucking crazy. Talk about spiraling. We're directly under Rajier. So wait, if I turn around and just walk up the path right now, will he just be there still looking for Godwin? Because if so, that's kind of crazy. There's no way back up, huh? You have to take the leap? Okay. Alright. Actually, the only way to do it would be to die. Kill me, oh tree of trees. Oh wait, there's an item. And it's a blue item. Yoink. Okay. You missed. Oh shit, the buff wore off. Well, now you just gotta die, I'm sorry. Shield up. Ow. I see your message. Give me a sec. Give me a second. Hold on. Jesus. Ooh. Shields, OP, dude. Shields are OP. God damn. Okay, let me read your messages. I saw a level 1 playthrough, but that they also went allowed to boost levels with Radagon Source Seal or anything. Yeah, I did that for most of my playthrough as well. What weapon are you using? I use this weapon for my entire level 1 playthrough. Many people find Melania the hardest boss in the game, but nah, the goddamn twin gargoyles, dude, I feel it. I can't stand 2 bosses in the same boss room. Don't even get me started. I'm just gonna co-sign. I agree. Goddamn, that shit's tough. That shit's tough. Yoink. Alright. This one's for science. I think I have to interact with his bloodstain to trigger the event, so I want to go what's the nicest way of saying it? I want to go back to the Grace. And well, when the boss isn't in here, it's gonna be a little easier to pick my shit up. Also, Gustok, you bastard! I know you're gonna have a good portion of my runes now, but whatever. I needed to die to save Rangier. Sometimes you need to let the serpent eat you or whatever the fuck. Yeah. Okay. So first I'm gonna drink this just to get through. Yeah, this would be faster. Acrobat. You see, now I'm prepared to die. Also, we get to answer the question, does Gustok keep my runes if I use this buff? Or no? He also took like 400,000. Like 1 boss kill. If I was gonna spend it on anything, I'd be upset. But I mean, this is playthrough 7. I have like 3 of every fucking item in the game, so we're good. It's actually not true. I'm missing some things. This isn't the character that I got the achievements on. Okay, he didn't take any of my money, which is good. Now we can go back to Rangier. Excuse me. Can you break this open, actually? Is that a no? Yoink. We just go up the elevator. Actually not that bad. Shit. That was bad. I recently did Selen's questline. Bro, I found out a secret. I can't even. I don't know how the fuck to even explain the secret that I found. I had a bunch of NPCs move in accordance to a secret quest. I realized that the name of my fucking stream is Secret Hunting, and I haven't explained the secret that I am after. Damn. Where to begin? Damn, you really did your fucking bird friend like that? You just threw a barrel straight at his friend and missed me entirely. They must have had a personal grievance. Okay. So. You are here.
Oh, hello there. Stopping by to learn.
You have nothing to say. No. No. God damn it. They can actually, yeah. They can attack me in there. How the fuck did you even get in here? Okay. So this is how we've been schmoovin'. Rajier. Everyone's quest line is connected. I only did it for the Ancient Dragonstone, but still pretty cool quest. Wait, what? How the fuck did you get an Ancient Dragonstone from Selen's quest? Locate Sorcerer Rajier by the altar. Okay, yes. After defeating Godric, who will move to Round Table Hold on the balcony that overlooks the entrance, he gives you Rajier's Rapier. Defeat the Spirit Tree below Stormvale Castle. That is not what's about to happen. Okay? So we haven't killed Godric yet. If you betray Selen, the guy I forgot the name gives you a stone. Oh shit, really? Damn. Damn. I guess, well, the point of my secret... Have you ever played Dark Souls? Any of the Dark Souls? Any of the Dark Souls? Because I'm just gonna reference a certain character. I'm gonna tie it back to one character, the secret path that I have found. And it's like, I thought I was crazy when I came up with this theory originally. I doubted the fuck out of myself and was like, that would be cool, but the odds of that are very, very low. And now, just, it's been a week of me finding proof after proof, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, Dark Souls 1? Perfect. That's all you need to have played. So, in Dark Souls 1, you may remember Siegmeyer of Katarina. The Onion Knight. That guy, right? You remember that guy? And do you remember his quest by chance? He's like everyone's second favorite beyond Solaire. Stop attacking me. I need to fall. Dead dog. No. Onion. Yep. He might be Siegward of Katarina in that one. I might be mixing up the names, but either way, he has multiple... Do you know how his quest has multiple endings, right? There are 4 endings to Siegmeyer's quest. There's 2... Well, I guess there's like 5 or 6 endings, really, depending how you look at it. Let's see if his bloodstain is down here. Nope, that's a different person. Oh, and that's Rajier. Prince of Death's pustule. So. There are multiple endings to his quest, not just obviously killing him early, right? I will count that as an ending, but let's just scoot that one aside for now. You can talk to him before jumping down into the pit, and you fight with him, which has 2 endings. If he ends above half health, he's happy. He survives, he fought, but he says this life isn't for me. And he gives you a ring, and he quits adventuring, right? Then, there's an ending where if he ends at less than half health, he dies there, which is sad. If you do not talk to him, and you kill the monsters before talking to him, he does the same thing of like, damn, you were always there to save me and I don't think the adventuring life is for me. right? Thank you. So he ended with more than half health. He gives you the ring, which is a ring that you could pick at the start. And then he quits adventuring, right? Or the way that most people do it, where you progress his quest, right? I got the ending where he died, rip Onion Boy. Yeah, there's a couple of endings. Then there's an ending, I think actually it might have been one of those two I stated, where if you, or one of the three I stated, if you progress his quest, I think it's if you fight, I think it's the if you fight with him and he survives with over half health, he gives you an item that's separate, and then later on he dies and gives you, or like his body has a Titanite slab on it. So there's like 4 endings to his quest, right? There's killing him early before he even gets anywhere. There's not letting him jump into the pit, and then the 2 endings when he jumps into the pit. His quest has 4 different rewards and dialogues for each of those endings, right? There's like a death dialogue if he dies early, but then there's the dialogue for being in the pit with above health, low health, and then there's the one of or it's programmed for you to also be able to do it from outside of the pit if you're a ranged character. So I think it's the same as that. My theory is that there are, yeah, Roger is gone now. There are multiple triggers and secret paths that wind throughout the game. So we just read the wiki and it said beating Godric or whatever the fuck, right? This must be done before Godric. Note, you will be unable to progress Roger's quest if you speak to Ronnie at the Three Sisters, right? So, and then defeat the Tree Spirit. After defeating Godric, he will move to the Round Table Hold, right? Yo, how are you doing? I'm showing another inconsistencies on the guide. The wiki for Roger is wrong. Now it says he shouldn't be in Round Table Hold, right? Because I haven't killed Godric yet. We haven't even walked over to the Fog Gate. We just walked into Stormville Castle. So, how you doing, Sierra? Hope all is well. I subscribed to your channel. I got a notification. I hope all is good. I paid it forward. I hope you're subscribed. But I was thankful for all the dialogue and helping me with my playthrough. So, thank you. So Roger is gone, but Godric still alive, right? I'm gonna go see if we can just run it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no worries. I believe, though, I should say for the secret ending, this thing I'm doing right now is hinting towards that secret ending, though, so I'm going to do it and then explain how it hints towards what I'm talking about. So, Godric is this way. Let's talk to Nefeli first. Might as well. He might not be at Round Table Hold, but he's definitely moved, right? So we're already showing an inconsistency in the guide. He's like, well, you have to kill the ulcerated tree spirit, and you should, you know, do it after Godric and stuff. It's like killing Godric is probably the trigger because it changes the story. Should have done that too way before, but better late than never, eh? Should have done what too way before? Extra wiki is flawed in my opinion. Yes, I've pointed out like 3 different things that are just completely wrong like in the wiki this week with Ensha, who's the one that kind of hinted towards it, Stellan, who's the other person that he mentioned, thank you Sierra, and your boy. Yeah, I didn't mean to pressure you. I just thought for the, you know, coming into chat and hanging out, vibing, you were in the sub anyway, so thank you. And riddled with ads. True. I do think it's good that you have a community thing for it, right? Like a thing for the community to piece together their ideas in the comments and change things. But then you get the problem that I am literally talking about. But what happens when it's on the basis of one little lie, right? Or one little trick from the developer is a better way to put it. People don't like being lied to, but saying there's a cool trick that I could show you, that's a better way. Yeah, 7 minutes ago. Yeah, no worries. I only watch Extra Life build videos, bro. I mean, some of the guides are great for triggers, and again, learning where the community has put certain items. Oh god, he just pinned me to the wall and fucking almost stuffed me in the jar. Some of the again, the community guides and the way that people share knowledge there is fucking awesome. I feel I've learned much, but many secrets to behold. All right. Kind of want to talk to Nefeli. The videos are well made. The wiki is just a problem. I honestly, like I said, I don't have an account, so I can't really correct it or anything. But there have been many times, like right when the DLC came out, there was like 2 instances where we found an item, and then we pulled up the wiki, and it didn't say where or how to get the item. So I was like, well, if anyone's watching my videos that has an account, go adjust the wiki and show, you know, the truth now. Whoa, 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 whoa. The hell was that? Jesus. Alright. I was just trying to talk to Nefeli. It's funny, how did I not piece together that birds and lineage is like her whole thing? She's surrounded by bird people. Like, people and birds, people using bird powers. Anyway.
Well, who do we have here? Tarnished, are you? Clearly not one of Godric's lot. I am Nefeli Lu. Tarnished and warrior, like you. I'm here by decree of my father. How utterly repellent this is. This grafting of Godric's ill befits a lord. He's tainted the very winds.
You say he smells like shit?
If you intend to challenge Godric, I ask you call upon me. The winds run foul with his deeds. I'm certain father would permit me aid the fight.
Okay, so Gideon would be willing to help you.
Apologies, but I've idled long enough. As fellow Tarnished, we must each follow our own guidance.
Okay.
Whatever road takes us to the throne of Elden Lord.
Yeah.
Apologies, as fellow
Okay.
Town, whatever road.
Okay, yeah. Perfect. So, don't stay here too long? Is that what they were saying? I saw a video where somebody said people were fighting the Godskin duo wrong because they said the Godskin duo is a gimmick boss like Rykard, and the game's designed to use sleep pots. Yeah. Obviously, the game designers want you to use every aspect of the stuff that they designed into the game, right? Like, they want you to find all the items, they want you to talk to all the NPCs, they want you to like fight all the bosses that are remembranced, and they want you to, like, you know, use and craft things in a creative way if they made a puzzle for it. Like the crystal darts, I constantly use to short circuit the robots because it just makes the dungeons easier. But it's also a really useful, you can like hit traps with them, right? The like fire blowing things. It's so goddamn useful, it's crazy. Sorry, autocorrect cooked my Godskin duo. I knew what you meant though, don't worry. We deciphered through the 2 fingers. So maybe it's again trying to warn me to do it correctly. Am I supposed to die to this boss right now? I'm going to get in here, sit down. Alright. So, I have a save state before we did anything, so I can fast travel and do some crazy wacky shit. If our boy Roger is sitting over here, around this corner, if I turn the camera to my right this way, where my character's facing, and Roger is sitting there, I'm doing this discovery in real time, so who knows. We have corrected the wiki yet again, but this is hinting towards that secret path. Oh. So he's just gone from the world, bro. What the fuck? That's crazy.
Go to Garank only if you feel the time is right. Killing those who live in death and weeding their death route.
So the wiki,
To be trod without ample
it doesn't even know where he goes. Does no one, is he just missing now?
Garank only if you feel the time is
Now we're in uncharted waters.
those who live in death and weeding their death route is a path not to be trod without ample resolve.
Okay. Holy shit. He's just missing. Nah, bro found his way to Fair Missoula. Yeah, the wiki just says he shouldn't move. After defeating Godric, he will move to Round Table Hold. Yeah, I'm sure that that is true. And it says that he'll be in the chapel. I'm sure that that is true. But we did this step. Right? Defeat the tree spirit before defeating Godric. And the story has changed. He's just missing. He's just straight up not here. Where the fuck is this man? I think it's like what we did with what's his name yesterday. With Edgard, we ran back to Irina like he said, right? He said, if you're going to see Irina, tell her, you know, I'll be there. So then I ran over there and she was already dead, and then I ran back to find him, but he was gone. And the wiki didn't say anything about that. He was just fucking missing. And I was like, well, we did what the game said, and the NPC is just missing. I feel like it's because we're doing it out of order, I will say. But it's because that means I'm finding the right order to do things, right? Now I'm testing ways to break the game.
We've spoken long enough.
I have matters to attend to. Yeah, so, alright. This is what we've found, and I've proven this, and I've tested this on multiple playthroughs already, so I will say it. No one has found this yet. Ensha of the royal remains, right? So, if neither Halig Tree secret medallion is picked up before killing the fire giant and resting at the forge site of grace, Ensha vanishes from Round Table Hold and doesn't invade the player. This is wrong. But I know why this is wrong. It's related to the Halig Tree and the secret path that I'm on. So, come with me now on this journey, right? I'm gonna do visual ties, so there are no assumptions here, right? I'll do it in-game. Fuck. Blessed Bone Shard, right? Golden bones that you find in the Shadow Realm, right? The Realm of Shadow, where a great... it's the greatest honor to be killed, right? So, bro, do you know lore about Ensha? I'm curious about this man. Yes, I've deciphered the lore. I've literally deciphered the lore. So, the golden bones on his armor are the remains of a royal that was infused with gold, the same gold as this, right? Exceedingly rare to find. A bone fragment touched by the gold of the shadow tree, right? That's a very specific thing. Not the Erd tree. Golden bones come from the shadow tree. Broken from the remains of the warriors who perished in the realm of shadow. A blessing such as this is said to be the greatest honor that can be granted to the dead, right? So the significance would be the shadow realm would signify death, right? Obviously, the death realm, the shadow realm. He looks like the Grim Reaper, but even better, right? I'm gonna go many layers deep into just connecting what the game is connecting, right? I'm gonna let you draw the lines yourself, a golden thread, if you will, Radagon style. So he is connected to the Halig tree, which is also gold, right? Because of Mikola. Also, who is the final boss conveniently for the DLC? Golden Land, right? The Golden Divine Tower. So, Ensha is looking for the Halig tree because Mikola connects to this bone shard right here, right? His true lineage, wait for it, I'll pull up the items. We're gonna put his set on and just prove it with his set. His set heals you over time, slowly replenishes HP when HP is reduced. When you are hurt, it heals you, right? Helm graced with gold human bones. So humans with golden bones, right? Everyone who is in that golden land says America betrayed them, which would mean the humans and the horn scent, the shaman, are all related. But hold on. We're gonna go one step deeper, right? Worn by the unspeaking adherent of Sir Gideon, the all-knowing. It heals you over time. It is said that the bones belong to an ancient lord, the soulless king, the lord of the lost and desperate, who was known as Ensha. Another, like D, right? Who seems to have their soul tied to the armor. So let's go into those many, many talismans that you said I had. And let's point to something that says there are souls within the things you forge. Ready? In ancient times, smithing was a divine act, and blacksmiths interpreted the scripts they perceived in the wrinkles of molten steel to imbue weapons with souls. So weapons and armor, right? Things that are smithed are infused with souls. So when you give D's armor to his brother and he just awakens as if he's given his soul back, right? That's another tie to what I'm talking about here. Now, what's the significance of the healing over time, you might ask? Well, hopefully it's obvious, but all of the healing spells that are gold, right, come from Marika and the illusion Erd tree, right? The gold that they had stolen and given to Horolu, which is in the lore, right? Sarash was like the original rune gifted. We have to kill God Brick and get his rune. But Ensha is hinting towards the golden bones being the true healing power, and a black knight, right? A black astrologer is the actual person wearing the golden bones that heal, right? Marika is pretending to be Radagon is the point of this armor, which is crazy, but it's people keep arguing with it as if it is some sort of blasphemous truth, right? So if you're looking for the truth in the items, you would be an oath seeker, a blasphemous truth seeker. So it's like the items tell you that these very particular characters are connected. It might seem like a jump, but again, I already went through the story and found the triggers that connect these guys. It's the fact that his armor heals and he's wearing the items from the DLC before the DLC comes out. Do you have lore about Sir Neidhart? I have no idea who that is. I'm gonna have to Google. Oh, the turtle. Actually, yeah, you have to take it slow. That's the no, skill made famous by Sir Neidhart. Focus your energy into the shield, temporarily harden it to deflect greater blows. No fucking clue. Where do you find it? I could probably tell you. Weeping Peninsula. Okay, that's where I thought the turtle people came from. Barricade shield is the skill. Okay, well, yeah. I know that's where you loot this, but that's funny that it's tied to the shield from the turtle. For great turtle shell. This would be, I know it's like, it seems like a joke item, but someone using a turtle shell as a shield is the most Crucible Society shit I've ever heard of, right? They believed in horns and fighting each other and honorable deaths and stuff, using their hardened, like, calcified bones as horn defense. A shield from a turtle shell would, like, be the perfect defense. So, I wouldn't be surprised if there was cut content regarding like the shield people, but here, look, actually, I will tell you that what I'm saying isn't just gibberish. You get a ritual sword, right, and ritual shield talisman. So swords and shields were part of the ritual combat of the gladiators that were back in Horolu's day, which were the Crucible Knights. So the Crucible, ancient society of dragons, is tied to the turtle in a way of using it to defend yourself. So it was probably like a Crucible Knight, like Ordovis or one of those people. You get a barricade shield from the Knights Cavalry by the first merchant in Weeping Peninsula. That is a very particular connection too. It's kind of showing you the lineage of where they eventually went to, but these items are found on the opposite end of the world from the Weeping Peninsula, right? It's just saying that all of the society was like connected at one point, right? You find the horn-scent turtles in the DLC, right? There's normal turtles, but there's also turtles that are horn-scent, right? That means that in the eyes of America, that would mean you as like a Golden Order fanatic, right, would look at that and think, oh my god, a blasphemous turtle, it is cursed with an omen horn. But a normal person like us looking at that is going, ha ha ha, this turtle was evolved with horns and these people religiously just fear evolutionary science, right? It's like, the joke is that it was all connected, it was all one thing, it's all the same shit, which is what the Dung Eater's quest is. And so the turtles being all over the map is like telling you to constantly take it slow. I think, again, it's tied to the fact that like this looks like a Crucible Knight's shield, and in some places they use these kinds of shields, right? This is like another tie back to the Crucible, a lot of shield combat. So back on the demi-human, let me put my bling on. The golden shield. This is where you find it on the Weeping Peninsula. So you find a golden shield, right, representing the sun on that same peninsula, where there is a Zaymor hero trapped away holding Radagon's eye. I think it's supposed to connect everything, again, like any element. It's all wound together in a spiral, instead of it's their own beautiful little hemispheres, right? It looks like it, but the truth is they're overlapped for a reason, because it's actually a spiral. Oh, there's a person here. Oh! I killed myself because the host died. Oh no, the host was there. Who just died? I guess it was another furled finger. Oops, I killed myself a little too early. I failed this guy on purpose. I thought I saw him dive into the fire, and it was like the host just wanting to get the invasion over with, because sometimes that happens. Like, I don't want to fight the invader, I'll just give him the win, and then we continue. But that it was, I guess it was the second player, but they were like lacking the entire gold energy that they're supposed to look like. That was weird. Alright, I failed that entirely. That was just on me. If that guy lost his souls, that I feel bad. So if it's all about a spiral, everything is connected, right? Here's the true kicker. The Gloam-Eyed Queen. I can make a couple of connections to the Gloam-Eyed Queen, right? The Gloam-Eyed Queen had children, right, that she swaddled with this cloth. The Gloam-Eyed Queen was a sword woman because of her great sword, right? There are so many ways that we can explain this, though. Melena's mom has to be the Glowmite Queen. I'll let you guys deduce where I'm going from there. I find it surprising many people don't know you can see other players on your compass. Yeah, I could see them on my compass, but I didn't know which one was which. Normally the like multiplayer spirits, when you summon a golden summon sign, they're like completely yellow gold. That guy looked like a normal ass player to me, so I was like, oh, he just jumped into the fire and wasn't dodging, like he just gave himself up. And then I saw the other dude dressed like an assassin with no gold, and it said Host of Fingers on both of them, and I was like, oh fuck. It's an item you can use. Actually, I think it's a talisman. Take the appearance, yeah, so it tricked me too. He uses this, which turns him into a normal person. That's actually really funny. He got me with it too. That's why I was like, why does everyone have a Host of Fingers above their name? What is happening here? They all had a trinket space used up just for that. That's crazy. So where the there it is. Lots of trinkets, lots of lore that you get from all these trinkets too. So Glowmite Queen. I'll pull up the images because I can't run into the DLC. Yeah, right here. And also here. I learned, you guys. I learned that calcination is the blackening, and that's what Negrito is, and they overlap each other. For some reason, every time I looked up how to make the magnum opus, it would list Negrito, Albedo, Citrinatus, Rubedo, and then calcination, dissolution, separation, conjunction, as if they were separate and afterwards. And I was like, that doesn't seem right. I was right. It isn't right. They're all one thing. And it's like, typically, these stages sometimes represent colors. Like Fia's black dress, or Ronnie's white hat, or Goldmask's yellow fucking faceplate, or the red spirit that invades you in your round table hold. You know. Different components. Anywho. I'm learning! But that's not what I wanted to pull up. Ready? Elden Ring. Let's look up some very quick connections, right? Melina. We know what Melina looks like. We're gonna be very careful clicking over to the Google images. Wait a minute now. For Melina, Google search. The internet can't help itself, I'm sure. So, Melina, she is destined death, right? She's the Glowmite Queen. But she didn't exist back in the day. If Marika never had children yet, then her daughter couldn't exist to be the Glowmite Queen. So, where did she get her powers? Now, hold on. Darth Vader. You see how when you look up Darth Vader, a different name comes up, right? So, here, hold on. Elden Ring, Saint Trina, the Death Lilies, right? This is a symbol of death and eternal sleep. So many of Marika's children have connections to death, but hold on, we're not done there. Bonnie Village, Snake. So Bonnie Village is where they took Marika's people, right? There's a snake that's right next to the grandmother statue. So hold on. Grandmother statue in the shaman village, right? So this is where Marika leaves her hair and a prayer to her home people who were taken here and given to the snake village people. And then her children have death magic and are the Glowmite Queen, right? So it's like, okay. Take everything that I just said away. You would need a sword. Actually, here. Fuck that. Take everything I just said away, because obviously it's time. Jolan and Anna were born in a cold, dark jail, where they were raised deprived of light, to be sword hands of night. Thus were they cultivated to become the most terrifying masters of their blade, though the burden of their deed left their hearts frail and pliant, right? So, their actions as night hands, right? Sword maidens, swordstress, their actions as dark knight swordstresses, right? Night maiden, swordstress merged together. Fucked them up mentally, right? So, again, we would need America to have grown up in an in a jail. It doesn't say ever jail. Underneath the Tower of Gold and the Sun, where there's a lion man, right? Maybe Radagon the Red, maybe. But let's just say there's red subjugating blue, right? And then white subjugating black, right? This would imply that, but then you would need a white sword, right? Because the society that is creating these people, or the Horned Sense, you would need a white sword that is not just crucible, right? But you notice how it's not just swords that they're using, but the claws, right? The claws, Anna's claws are as bottomless as black, as they are black. You would need a connection to, ready? This is the big reveal. You can't deny it once I pull it up. Good luck trying. Right? Smithing script, old giant society, right? So the giants are the ones that made these, or at least their techniques. And the raptors are the assassins, right? The death birds. So you would need a bird, white, crucible, sword with death flame, Godslayer flame, right? Now let's take a good look at this white sword that we got here. Do you notice a particular design about it? Let me show you its built-in power. The Queen's Black Flame. Right? The Godslayer Flame, right? Also, look at that handle. Wait a second. Are those bird wings? That can't be. Because that would be the exact item that we would need, and the description we would need for America to be the Glomide Queen, right? That's what that would mean. With an obsidian gem inside. The spiral handle, like a tornado, right? An ancient storm. Look at all the spirals. Look at all those spirals. I might be wrong, but goddamn, is there not a very clear fucking path that's like, oh, you need to connect death and the underworld and a stolen power and a hidden power. It's like they hid away Saint Trina to become Mikola and pretend that they're gold. And then what does Mikola do? Abandons love in a graveyard at the bottom of the world to go become God, their original identity. It's actually kind of nuts. I might be wrong, but the way that the game hints at it is either that's the secret that they're trying to throw you off of something with, and I still haven't found the truth, or America's just the glow-eyed queen and people don't want to accept that the Golden Order has lied to them. Me struggling on Melania for hours and I finally beat her. Patch notes, nerfed Melania. Straight up. Oh my god, bro. Oh, I've been there. I remember we fought Radon like right when the DLC came out, right? Like promised consort Radon. And it was tough as fuck. And when I finally beat it, it felt like I had mathed out a way to beat him. It was like you have to do the early part with Scarlet Rot and just learn the dodge patterns and then tank your way in trades through the final half because they're going to be like immune to the Scarlet Rot now, and you have to use a different magic, so like bleed is better. It was such a weird, you had to like use the things that originally defeated them. Me with Consort Radon, exactly, to beat them, and then I finally felt like I earned a win and did it, and then like a week later, they were like, oh, they patched Consort Radon, they made him easier, and everyone was complaining about it, and I was like, fuck. You know, I was like, was it not supposed to be as hard as we went through, dude? Like, what the fuck? I mean, we got through it, and I helped people through it. And I even probably have the clips on my like, what is it? See my captures. So it's not coming up on stream, but here I can play the audio. I have a bunch of clips from many game sessions. And what I would do is I would help someone beat promised Consort Radon, but my curse is that I would always die right before they beat it, and then as I was fading away dying, they would kill it. So I would be sitting there watching them like, fuck, I got them through it, but I didn't like share the victory screen with them. Like, it was so sad. But I have video proof of me helping them beat it, at least, which was funny. I just recently bought the DLC, so I'm at Relana right now. Yeah, honestly, there are still secrets, I believe, to be in the DLC because of the way that people spent years looking up things. And also a lot of the characters in the DLC on the wiki, there have been not just data mined dialogue bits, but they have like question marks, like we know where this is, we just don't know how the fuck to get there legitimately. So there's like in their dialogue on the wiki, there's just like big sections with question marks and stuff. So it's like you might genuinely discover something if you play it a certain way. Like here, this is what I think is supposed to happen. We're supposed to accept and like move on, right? Get rid of our attachments to wealth, status, and desires, right? So we get rid of our attachment to wealth. We have to lose our souls somehow. We lose our attachment to desires, which would be our maidens have to go. And we lose our attachment to status, which means probably a lot of people are going to hate us, which I think is the Frenzied Flame thing, right? We become the Lord of Frenzied Flame. That many more people hated than that. So, after you've become the Frenzied Flame and you've seen the truth, or been told the truth that everything is of one and needs to be rejoined, the double meaning now that you follow order is that you have to, I think, the DLC is tied with it, you have to go fight the bosses in a perfect order. So I will show, well, I mean, the fact that Rajier, we just found a new like trigger for Rajier. Let's go to Heartbroken Maiden and give her the chrysalid thing. And then up the hill is a character that kind of supports my theory. So, Ensha, back the full circle. Ready for the full circle? Ensha is warned about here. And the only way to keep him alive is to go through the whole game to here, and then go backwards after burning the Erd tree, right? He doesn't invade you, but the trigger is definitely the Halig tree medallion and or the burning of the Erd tree, not just resting at the site of grace. I've showed that it is not the trigger. The burning of the Erd tree, right? The death of the world is the actual trigger. I'm going to be doing every remembrance boss in the DLC. That's fucking awesome. What I'm saying isn't a spoiler, but it's more of a theory based on base game logic that makes your journey into the DLC have new eyes, right? But it won't spoil any. I'll try not to spoil any crazy shit to the DLC. So, Insha's whole thing is going backwards based on the Halig tree medallions, which is tied to Mikola, right? You can't, the tree is Mikola's, the path is Mikola's. The whole thing is about Mikola, kind of. And the two bosses that are required are Radon and Mogwin, who is conveniently right underneath him, right at the start of the crescent. So if Ensha's secret path is about going backwards through the game, that's what I think anyway. It's a secret path backwards down the spiral that you have to jump from the top to the bottom. I think you go from here and you're like, what, warp to Garank or some shit? I don't know. Like, this one's still a theory. But what I do know is many people, or many NPCs and their double meanings have helped me go through this path, right? So, this isn't one of them, but the maiden up the... I just needed to make sure Roderico was still here. The finger maiden up this way tells you something in a particular order, as well as Gideon, the all-knowing, tells you something in a particular order. We don't have the dialogue, but I have it written right here, and that's why I think it all lines up with this meta list, but it just keeps lining up, which is weird. Like it's looping back to it. So, this character says, do the game backwards, just like I said. Ready? Listen to what they say and how they say it. Can I read your fingers? Yes. Go to the foundation of gold, which is the roots of the Erd tree, right? Then go to Ray Lucaria. Didn't know you could upgrade. That's crazy. And now you collect the half crescents after you go there and back. And then they tell you there's an invisible path, right? That's symbolic for the invisible path, but it's hard to explain. Right here. Then you do Stormvale, right? So the way she lists it is backwards. She isn't telling you go to Stormvale, go to Ray Lucaria, go to the foundation of the Erd tree, right? Because that would be in the right order. She's saying go to the foundations of the Erd tree, which is the roots, deep root depths. Then, right? The foundations of gold. So go to the bottom of the world, then traverse Ray Lucaria. Glintstone Eventide, right? Which would be, I think, is a double meaning of where the water flows here, right? The Eventide, it's something weird in quotes, like it has something to do with the water. Like you really have to think about the way the water flows, I guess. So it winds up in Estelle, the Lake of Rot, the stagnance underneath. And then, like right now, Godric still alive, right? My question for the game, which we're about to get answers to, is does Nefeli move ahead if I don't kill Godric? Do I have to kill Radon and Mogwin first, because they are the first step? Or it's backwards. Oh my god, I have to explain the whole world being upside down. I have a YouTube short. No, I'm just kidding. Damn. It's hard to explain. They give you a list, and every list they give you is backwards. Her, Gideon, they all give you a list backwards. I'll read Gideon's list because I have it written down right here. He says, Mikola Melania, Lunar Princess Ronnie, Renala, and then the one only the one only known as the Lord of Blood. And I had an R right there because the fucking R on my dry erase board is erased. So, herp. Anyway, Ronnie is listed again afterwards. So they essentially list Mikola Melania, Ronnie once, Renala, Moog, Ronnie. You can't beat Moog, or you can't beat Mikola before Moog. That's not possible. But if you flip this list upside down, this is the exact order that you need to beat the bosses, right? Ronnie gives you a tower or gives you a little key that inverts the tower, flips the world over, conveniently when the list is upside down. Then the Lord of Blood, right outside of Renala, right? The Church of Rose is right outside of Raya Lucaria. Then you go up. You can't truly do a Stell and that last bit until you get the ring from Renala. So you get the ring from Renala, then the second/first time they list Ronnie is a Stell, then Melania and Mikola. But he has those backwards because it's flipped over again. You have to flip the world back over, right? You're restoring order to this flipped over, fucked up world. So you go, it's symbolic of multiple things. It's not just me being crazy. There's a word, Chthonian. There he is. Chthonian. Concerning belonging to or inhabiting the underworld, right? So the chthonic gods, or chthonic, right? This is actually silent. The chthonic gods would be like Hades and the underworld undead gods, right? In ancient times that they based all of this symbolism in the game off of, they believed that the stars went underground. Like literally. They believed in a flipped upside down world tree. The roots of the world tree. That's what they believed. So, if you're going off of old magical lore, the flipping upside down of the world is actually important, right? Because it means you're going to the underworld. And it's very convenient that you are going underground to a world of astrologers who found gravity magic and how to flip the fucking tower gravity world upside down, right? So, it aligns up with a story very conveniently in game, just because of the way Gideon lists the bosses, right? He's like, I wish I could pull up the list, but I would have to push too far forward, I think. So this is our second time talking to her. I think I am going to break the game right now, because we didn't really make much progress. I'm now looking for answers. So, this is what I don't understand. My theory is that I don't kill him yet. Or that I would kill the overworld first backwards, which would be Rabido, Citrinatus, Albedo, Negrito, Massa Confusa, Prima Materia. So, you would do Radon, red, gold, Citrinatus, as in citrine. That would be Godric the Grafted, the golden lineage. Raya Lucaria is albedo because of the white moon. And then Negrito is the blackened serpent that made the death root, the blackening Fia's quest. And then that's where I get confused, ironically, is here in the depths of confusion, where you get to the Erd Tree. And I guess that's ironically it. The order is chaos now, because the world is upside down. Is that the joke? Because we're getting here to the Golden Order. But we can't... It's like, that's where my theory starts to, like, It's more of I'm doubting myself. My theory holds up, it just branches off into multiple paths. I'm like, well, I could do this one or this one. And then typically we try one path or the other, and it very clearly says like, no, you can't become Elden Lord if you do the wrong path. And then if you do the right path, they're like, good job, you're going to become Elden Lord. I'm like, well, at least it's obvious when you're doing the right thing. The NPCs will praise you and say you're becoming Elden Lord. Even if what you think you're doing is bad, if they call you Lord, you're on the right track. It's weird. That's why it's so fucking confusing, because I'm like, well, I want this character to live, but then when they die happy, and that's the game also telling me that that's how their quest should end. It's fucking weird. I don't know. I swear to God, for so long I didn't know you could upgrade spirit summons. That I read wrong the first time. That's insane. I thought you said it like, what is it called? Like it's been so long, so you just haven't summoned them, or you haven't upgraded them, or you forgot you could. I mean, now I'm scared. Do I run off this cliff? It very much is guiding me in a circle here. Like, you can't tell me that this isn't a fucking circle, right? Inside of this. Like, look at how these are shaped right here. It's so perfect. Actually, the way it lines up, it's literally pointing you right here. Like, it's so obvious. Fuck it. The symbolism is a broken bridge at the end of the game. That's what also clued me in on it. When you use this thing, there's an invisible path behind you, but you're looking at nothing until you turn around. So the game tells you turn around and you'll see an invisible path. Literally. It tells you with a scope. It's only used to see things. It shows you nothing. It's like, why the fuck would I need this? And then you turn it around and it's like you're staring at an invisible path. You're actually looking through an invisible path, which is even crazier. I'm sure the symbolism's there, but... So what the fuck is the secret here? Is it... No shot. The mother of fingers? Kind of shit? Is it like a fingerprint? I noticed something the other day too, actually. That's so goddamn funny. That's so goddamn funny. The thing that connects Radagon throughout the story is a golden thread, right? It's like symbolically a golden thread, but then it winds up being a literal threading needle made of gold with golden thread. So it's like, okay, the gold is Radagon, I understand, right? That's kind of what they're trying to hint at. Then it made me think, okay, well then what is America's, right? What is America's symbol? And because she's the culprit, right? She's the villain. It's a bunch of fingerprints. You will find her fingerprints on everything that is fucked up. I realized that the other day. And I was like, that's hilarious. You literally will find people casting with fingerprint magic associated with you trying to find whose fingerprints it is, right? It's like a fucking guessing game. That's the joke. I realize it's like, oh, the fingerprints is who you're looking for. Like, you're a detective, right? You're trying to find whose fingerprints are these. That's why I was cracking up. I was like, oh yeah, the thing that connects Radagon through it is his golden thread, right? And then the person that tore it apart is the culprit whose fingerprint you'll find everywhere. America's. She's the void, right? So she would be the night sky, that black hole that Mater is using to like just decimate everything. That technically is symbolic of what America should be. Okay. So this isn't a bad thing that she's here. We progressed her quest. She died. Her father moved on. We gave him the thing. We talked to him. We mourned her. We reset. She's gone. We're fine. Okay. So if I rest here, will is Bach gonna show up? Oh hey, my boy.
Good to see you, Master. Do you remember me? Bok, the demi-human. You helped me before and retrieved my sewing needle. Please, Master, allow me to serve you as your seamster. I can't make nothing from scratch, but I'm happy to make adjustments to your garments. Master, I was wondering, do you ever make adjustments to your garb yourself? I would, well, rather you let me do the job when possible, please. I don't ask anything in return, you know, and, well, I am your personal seamster after all. Oh, please do be...
They need to give Bach the option to change the color of the cloth in your armor. Like, if you could change it to be gray or white or black or red or purple or green or yellow or orange. God, that'd be so fucking cool, bro. I want to make that mod, but I don't even know how to make mods for this fucking game. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend to be that smart. How many levels do I have? I got 1. With 1,000,000 souls, I got 1 level. Alright. Okay, so I have many questions.
Bok the seamster, ready to make... Oh, please.
Just in case we're going the right way, I'm gonna exhaust everyone's dialogue.
And I'm journeying in search of the distant light. If I might be so bold as to ask, would you donate any Shabriri grapes in your possession to me? My eyesight has been weak since birth, you see. I can't tell which way I'm supposed to go next. But when I eat one of those grapes...
I feel bad for whoever figured out all these damn quest lines. No one has, that's what I'm saying. We still haven't figured it out, and I don't know how I'm deciphering it.
...is a finger maiden.
It's because I'm a programmer as well, and I know there's only a certain way they can program a trigger system. It's either the dialogue or giving of an item or something, right? Or receiving of an item is a different trigger, right? It could be like the world state is like a bunch of flags, and it's checking if they're in order or if they happened at all, right? Like, it could be a very particular set of triggers. But that's what when I realized how you can hide, the burden of knowledge fell upon me. But no, I'm not that good of a programmer at all, right? I'm making video games for fun. I was making a co-op split-screen horror game last night. It's been going pretty good. I actually programmed a fix for Unity's split-screen system, so I made a 4-player split-screen game with their input system, which was cool. But anyway, Elden Ring's like end game check system, I, as a doofus who just is now really learning coding after a couple of years of practicing it, I know how they could have hid a secret ending in their own coding, right? And again, I don't even know how to make mods for this game, but I just know how you would easily do it, especially when you have like a team of programmers and millions of dollars. And I'll explain it in like super simple terms, right? Everything like the physics and the sound effects, right? They're all scripts. right? It's all programming scripts, and they're written in like a language just so that we can understand them, and then we're telling the computer what to do. But we don't actually need to understand them. You could just use fucking gibberish to code like certain scripts. Like the words that you use don't need to be words that align with what the fuck is happening in the script, which is crazy. They just need to refer to each other. So if they already have an end game system, right, that checks the code to see how your game ends, right, which is how the ending works, because the game ends at some point, so that system just needs to exist, then there's only two things that need to exist for a secret ending. You can replicate the exact code you've already made for that ending in another script that's just gibberish words, right? So it's already working. You already know it and tested it. It works, the ending code. You make a second version of it that only checks for the secret, right? That's it. That's as easy as it is. And then the second piece of that information is you would then need voice lines and animation data for that cutscene to trigger. Those are the only two things you would need. They already found the dialogue for a 7th secret ending in the game. So the fact that From Software has removed so many things from the game, I'm like, if they didn't remove the secret fucking ending dialogue, right, then it can easily be triggered by something. I have so many plus 24 weapons in my inventory. What you need to do is go save stock and then upgrade your you upgrade that shit to 25, and then you hand it to a friend, and then you revert your save, and then you upgrade a different weapon, you hand it to a friend, and you revert your save, and then you just do that. There you go. There you go. I'm one of the best blacksmiths in gaming history. I could make infinite legendary dragon weapons. Anyway, let's pretend like I didn't use my coding knowledge for bad just now. And I've been using save states and chronomancy a lot. It's funny that you could spend dragon powers outside of time using that method, which is kind of, it makes me just as bad as Horaloo. Anyway, the secrets. No, the only thing you would need for that secret ending to exist in the game files is the voice line, right? The voice line saying, there's a 7th ending. Like, congratulations, you got the 7th ending. And they found that in the game files, connected seemingly to a random ending. And now, looking at the lore in retrospect backwards, it isn't a random ending. The only way you would be able to do it in a meaningful way, right, would be pick Goldmask's ending, right? You're looking for perfect order. It's all about doing the game in the perfect order, right? You're restoring the order to the world because it's not a natural cycle. The natural order of things needs to be restored. Order is a big thing in this game, right? So it's like that's the symbol of the turtle. To go full circle, that's the knight's symbol, right? The sword and board. That means you're playing slowly. If you're willing to defend it all. You're not a glass cannon, right? You're taking it slow. You're using your brain. I mean, you can defend with a weapon, but that's the symbol of the shield, is going slow and having endurance and stuff. They say that in the game description of the items. So they try to put the symbolism of going slow and being a enduring dragon, right, would be the turtle, right? The serpent consuming the world. Again, it's a dramatic take on the turtle eating the grass. It's the end of the world. The turtle's eating the plants. Oh god. And I guess in a world where there isn't, like, the natural cycle of things is cut off, there won't be any new trees. Turtles eating anything grass related is bad, right? So they had to make a new cycle. Again, it's all fucked, but it ties to right? Things that are broken cannot be the same. This was a broken land, right? There's like whole segments missing. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out with more Elden Ring games like Night Rain that just have whole segments of maps, right? Like if you told me that Limvel or whatever the fuck, where Night Rain, the new game is coming out, takes place over here in this big chunk of missing land where half of the fucking graveyard was ripped away, and it looks like from this point on there should be things but isn't anything, right? This shack, why is there a shack of a house built on the side of a fucking mountain cliff, right? Nah, I just went up to Hugh and bro said, who are you? Oh, I must be a blacksmith. Is that a glitch or no? No, that's like his dialogue option. That means you're really towards the end of the game. That's what he's starting to hollow. If you played Dark Souls, then here, I'll connect to the story for you. Hollowing, as you know, is when you lose your maximum health, right? Yeah, as you hollow, you lose your max health. Thea gives you a hug right behind Hugh, and it lowers your maximum health. So hollowing is happening in the next room from the guy who's losing his memory, which is also hollowing, right? So it's like tying together Dark Souls themes. It's like you're either losing your memory or you're rotting forever, right? They kind of separated it, but also tied it together physically in a location. He is forgetting who he is. He knows that all he needs to do is forge a weapon to slay a god because he's scared of America. That's the only thing he can remember, is his religious fear that keeps him going. So I feel bad for Hugh. Okay.
Hello? Would you donate any sugar? I'm on a pilgrimage, and when I eat one of those...
Okay.
Hello? Would you donate them on a pilgrim when I eat...
So... Damn. Yeah, I know, right? I haven't seen anyone else point that, like, location thing out, but it's like, as soon as you realize it, you're like, oh, fuck, he is losing his memories, huh? Yeah, it sucks, but it's like, they definitely did that on purpose. He's, like, forgetting who he is, and the only thing he remembers is how to blacksmith and why he's blacksmithing. To forge a weapon, to slay a god. He doesn't even remember his friends, right? His family, because Roderica is like his adopted daughter. It's like nothing matters anymore. He loses himself to his craft because of religion. But actually, that is Miyazaki's commentary. It's not me just like putting words in his mouth. He literally says, I only remember America, like America's scary, like towards the end of his quest. It's like, alright, well damn. Like you said, like shit, I guess, yeah. Fuck, that's sad. Damn, you got a fucking spear in your... Oof. Were they Mesmer the Impaled? I mean... Mesmer the Impaler, Abyssal Serpent of Death, right? Death Grave Tenders or whatever. It would make sense. And then that would also make sense as to why he rebelled against them. Are the streets literally laden with gold? Did I just see gold in the fucking street? Wait a minute. Let me go back there. There's literally gold in the fucking floor. So they had roads paved with gold and slaves. Jesus fuck. Your commentary can only be so subtle before you do something like that, right? I was like, wow, there's a little bit of gold on the floor. Wait a minute. None of the other bricks had that shit. I swear, bro, it takes me 1 million runes for one level, and I do the Moog rune farm too much, bro? Dude, I totally understand. I just tried to put one. I was like, how many levels do I have? I have 1 million runes. Then I like couldn't even click up twice. It was like half of your runes are spent already, sir. Like what? The fuck do you mean? All right, so these rocks are definitely pointing me in this direction and this direction, and I can jump here. Wow. So, oh yeah, Rajier. That's who we're checking for, right? Ooh, arteria leaf, so you need to go through here? Hey, sir. That isn't kind of you. Actually, we should go through here because there's a secret tunnel. Dang it. Okay. The ley lines definitely guide us right now. Ah, yes, this was where poison was, right? Even cave moss lore. Cave moss lore? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, and then crystal cave moss. Yeah, literally cave moss lore. I can't believe it. I'm cool with being poisoned. I'm looking for answers. Can't see a fucking thing. Yoink. I'm actually out of poison bloom, so I'm gonna grab these. And there's a boss right down the way, so. Wait, I just want the flower. Not cool. Oh, is this the rot cave? No. No. Maybe? Kinda? Sorta? I guess technically. They do say poison and rot are the same. Or they just, the ones who dwell in poison know rot all too well or something? I don't know how they phrase it. It was the Scarlet Rot guy. Okay. Team time. Backstab. So when they're in counter mode, you just jump attack. They can't counter that. They actually can't. They genuinely can't do shit. Normally I wouldn't advise spamming the same move over and over, but they can't do a fucking thing. Damn, that's a rare location. I think I ever got summoned only once ever. Into this spot? The poison spat? Is there a way to walk out? Certain areas do not give you the chance to walk out. I want to know, can you show me? No, I want to know if, like, there is a no fast travel route through the game. I don't know. It's weird. It feels like they're saying don't take shortcuts until you hit a dead end. Then go back to round table. Maybe sometimes. Like, it's such a weird ass... I do like it, though. It feels like I'm going through the game with new eyes. And everything I pick up has actual meaning now. Before it was like, I wonder why that item is that way. And now I'm like, oh, I think I know why that item is that way. Which helps a lot. Do you know if the Hand of Melania is any good for PvE? Is that the one that I've been using? You need Millicent's prosthesis? Or are you talking about like... They just trousers... I need lore. Oh my god! Holy shit. There goes all of my health with one grab. I should have been taking that cave seriously. As soon as the bat came down, I should have been running, but... God damn. I am going to drink this and run. That bat said, let me talk to you about your car's extended warranty. Jesus. Hand of Melania is in the weapon from Melania's remembrance. I'm an idiot that never really turns in my remembrances. Though I think now, in the true ending, you need to duplicate all of the important ones that are America's offspring or related to America somehow. Question mark. You go in here, then you turn around, you're going back up. Is it to the right here? Where the fuck did that go? Was it back this way? I guess I went up, right? Yeah. That's so funny. It was just right here. Remembrance. I know that. All right, this is as someone who has done a level 1 playthrough with the Lord Sworn Straight Sword, the basic sword that you get from an enemy drop at the start of the game. I say play whatever first of all you have fun with, and then get good with that, right? And then try other things that you might want to test out, and then if you have more fun with those, just enjoy yourself, right? It's a game. But in PvE, I think I'm like the wrong guy to ask, because I use the same sword and shield like the whole fucking time. What you see right now is what you get. I am a knight with a sword and a shield. Sometimes, occasionally, I treat myself to the occasional dragon communion, right? Well, we don't gotta show them our full power, right? I'm beating them with the sword just fine, so you know how it goes. Alright, so that was... There might have been a secret invisible wall in there, but... Spirits, corpses, rotting coffins... Spirits are separated from bodies because you would need a soul to bind them in old school alchemical stories. Damn, you actually can make that jump? That's crazy. Okay. Who designed this fucking map? No, so you just keep looping around here at the base of this water, right? You're drawing circles here in Liurnia. Conveniently would have grabbed the map piece and wound up here at the Grace. God damn. Again with the game design, it's like it flows a little too well. I'm like, am I crazy? But like when I do take a wrong way at the end of it, I'm like, that was definitely the wrong way to go.
Why don't you take a look at my wares? Oh, don't ask me.
Don't ask how I got my wares is the sketchiest thing anyone can tell you. Now tell me all of your wares. Thank you very much, sir. Actually, here, you wanted lore? I could give you a quick lore right now. Let's read this. Metal shield reliably negate physical damage when guarding, a trait which made them highly trusted on the battlefield. Okay, look at the shield. That's there. What was the dude's name that you asked me about before? The Elden Ring turtle shield. Great turtle shield. Who is the dude? Ash of War. What was the Ash of War? Barricade shield. What was the picture of the barricade shield? I just have the item, hold on. Or let me go to the Grace. Sir Neidhart. Okay. So if I'm not mistaken... Yeah. Fuck, are you serious? Okay. You can barely see it. That's so dumb. What is it called? This is called, yeah, barricade shield. I need the picture of barricade shield. A shield icon. It's not just any shield. It's the one I was just looking at, right? So yeah, barricade shield, the bird wielding a sword, right? That is what I was just talking about with the glow-eyed queen. So that's probably why Sir Neddard, like Neddard Stark. That's crazy. Damn, delay is too much, but I think you figured it out anyway. Yeah. So damn, that's crazy. Even the turtle dragon shield shit. So it goes back. His skill is that of the defense, right? The shield skill is of the bird, still tied to the glow-eyed queen. Sword and board, still fucking connected, right? Perfect. Okay. So that would be this shield, right? Which we just bought from here in Liurnia. Which would mean if there was a shadow... Alright, here. This is the kind of theory shit that we spout on this channel. This giant area also fits my theory of a land that was removed. Right? Because of the way that the rocks were broken. Whose land would be the blue area, right? The birds. I'm pretty sure I already got it spoiled for me, so might as well look it up. Elden Ring, Night Rain, Birdman. So, if you need a secret an area that is named similar to Limgrave with a bird man society using shields, right, that also wields blue fire, you would need literally this fucking character to exist, and there he is, wouldn't you know it? Alright, cool. So we proved it. Alright. I mean, my glow-eyed queen theory really do be like that, right? I mean, the Cuckoo Knights, it was a cuckoo, they were birds, cuckoo birds. And also, I think of, I've never read Game of Thrones, but my brother has, when he was doing jail time, and he's reformed, it's all good, but I was talking to him about Egon in the DLC, because I was like, oh, I know you love, Game of Thrones and George R.R. Martin. Like, you know, I've been playing a game that's written by him, and there's a character named Egon, right? Isn't there a character named Egon in Game of Thrones? And he was like, yeah, Egon is supposed to be like the dragon warrior and all this stuff. And I was like, that is literally what he is in Elden Ring. And then he was like, well, he's supposed to be like a lord. And I was like, oh, he's like a battleground scavenger and shit in Elden Ring. So we were like comparing and contrasting characters, but it wound up being pretty much the exact same person, but fallen from grace, right? Like that's he's a allegory. Egon, right, with Bale is an allegory for Moby Dick, right? And Captain Ahab hunting the white whale. So Neddard would be like Neddard Stark. Well, I forgot this game was written but authored by a guy of Game of Thrones. Yeah. He's the executive producer. And Miyazaki and him are the only two people that wrote this game. If you go through the fucking credits, there are no writing credits. There are translation credits and design credits. They asked people to help create their world. And the only two people credited for writing, which I think is a little wrong, because you know that George R.R. Martin and Miyazaki didn't write like the item descriptions and stuff, and that's where I'm getting the writing from, not just the character names. But that's why I was like, I need to see who translated this, because even that, those are the people who have really guided me down this path. The people who have worked on the game. So I've watched the fucking credits like 8 times now. But Miyazaki and George Martin is a really good duo. Yeah, for Grimdark, again, normally I don't like Grimdark stories. I like the settings, they look cool, they do graphic design really fucking well. But I like Star Wars better. I like hopeful stories and, you know, that can get dark but have bright endings, right? That like inspire and give you hope. A lot of the it felt like Dark Souls and George R.R. Martin stories for a long time. Again, I only really watched like the first seasons of Game of Thrones and not even past 4. So it's like I know there's like 8 of them. I haven't even watched more than half, so I don't really know much, and that was years ago. And it was more of like my girlfriend was watching it at the time when I had a girlfriend, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, this is fucking sick. But yeah, so I didn't really like sit down and go to watch the whole thing myself. So I don't really know exactly how it ties to Game of Thrones, but I know one step beyond that George R.R. Martin is a fan of and based his writing off of Lord of the Rings and Tolkien. I've never watched Game of Thrones. No worries. I haven't watched much, but the thing that George R.R. Martin based his stories off of and is a fan of is the same thing that I based my stories off of growing up, and that I'm a fan of, right? I love Lord of the Rings, and I could tell you about the Silmarillion and Morgoth or Malachor, however you know them, and why the symphony of instruments drove him crazy, right? Like, that's the whole thing. But that is when I explain the Silmarillion in layman's terms, right, I'm going to explain Elden Ring. That is, again, all of the lore and all of the things are all tied together. The elf people had a sacred tree, right, that was attacked by an ancient fallen angel, right, named Malachor, or yeah, it was Malachor and changed his name to Morgoth, and that's the guy who made Sauron. You guys need to watch it someday. I know, right? Oh, Game of Thrones. The tree, it has, like, the starlight of the universe composing it, right? So the beads of light are the stars, or the beads of light within Mithril are the cosmic energies and the stars, right? That's how Mithril is, or that's why Mithril is so important in Lord of the Rings, and it's all tied back to the Silmarillion and like these magical elven trees that grant them immortality and all this shit. But they don't actually go over that in the movies or anything. That's just the lore it's based off of. It's written like a Bible. But when you explain like the stars and the tree of life and all that stuff, it's all based off Yggdrasil and all that like old fairy tale lore and magical world shit that I love, right? Not to dismiss it as shit, but like it's a bunch of stuff that it's all kind of similarly based off of. It seems like I'm just explaining Elden Ring at that point, right? It's like, oh well, yeah, you know, Amber, the fucking glintstone is Amber of the Stars and the life therein, and and it's actually, again, like science. I didn't even realize until I looked up the Selen dialogue. I'll pull it up again, how it's similar to science. The blue stars are the young stars, just like in science. How would I phrase this to show you? How would you even explain this? It would be, let's see. Ready? Oh, you're watching Invincible right now? Fuck yeah. I'll watch it as my next show, but I'm watching Invincible right now. I rewatched the Lord of the Rings trilogy last weekend. I fucking love Lord of the Rings, god damn it. But yeah, I used to watch the extended editions in like my friend's home theater with like him, his family, and the rest of our friends, and we would like play Dungeons and Dragons and stuff while it's playing. It's like 12 hours long. It's fun. But it is a long movie. I understand why not everyone watches it But Invincible, it's fucking amazing. It's depressing. It's got that same grimdark thing going. Designs are super cool. The stories are really meaningful because of the grimdark. They do it well. Not everything grimdark is good. Some people go way too dark and grim and they don't actually have any meaning to the story. It's just like, look how fucked up this is. Blah. It's like, okay. But why, right? You're just trying to make a fucked up story for shock value? Okay. But then when people analyze it, that's all they'll find. Like Elden Ring, it doesn't make a joke out of like sexual assault or anything with the like misbegotten or calling certain things by the name of like stillborn of the two fingers, right? It's depressing when you fully think it through and its representative meaning. However, that's the point, right? They were trying to make you feel something with these stories, which I love. So, and that actually ties back to what I was saying with this story. How it ties to science would be, are red stars older than blue stars? Are red older than blue stars? I know it's yes, but look how it'll phrase it. No, it's generally the other way around, but harder and more luminous, meaning they burn their fuel faster and have shorter lifespans. Therefore, reds tend to be older. That's what what? Okay, AI is stupid as shit. Are red stars older than blue stars? No, red stars tend to be older than blue stars. Did you not understand the fucking words I punched in? You dumb fucking... I read no and was like, are you stupid? And then it said what I just said back to me. And I'm like, you are fucking stupid. What the hell? Yes, is what it should say. I am right. This is what it feels. This is the perfect summary of what has been happening with all of my Google searches on stream. I'm like, this is what, like, the sky is fucking blue right now, right? And they're like, no, it's blue. And I'm like, I'm gonna strangle you right now. I'm like, America's the glow-eyed queen, right? And they're like, no, America's the glow-eyed queen. And I'm like, please. Relinquish me from this fucking hellscape. Somebody end it for me. Oh god. Yes. So the red stars are older. So when Selen says that the red stars are the ancient stars and contain ancient life, and that, dude, I'm so mad that it just did that. I could barely explain my lore point now. It's like, it happened in real time again. It was like, that thing that I want to prove, it's right? And they're like, no, it's right. I'm like, okay, dude, please cut me some fucking slack. So, yes, I was right. I don't know why it said no and then proceeded to explain why I was correct. But that goes back into Selen's story and why these things are the way they are. That, like, the no there, like, sucked the wind out of my sails while trying to make a meaningful point about like how this game describes life and the young life of the stars as opposed to the old life of the stars. And it just was like, no, fuck you. I'm gonna say you're wrong just because I don't like you. So I don't know what the fuck just happened. But what the hell was that? That was literally, I asked a fucking question and it was like, no, you're right. What? The fuck is happening? But that's like with the alchemy thing that I described earlier, where I was like, I looked up if this is the way that alchemy is laid out, and it was like, no, this is the way alchemy is laid out. And it is correcting me by telling me that I'm right. And I'm like, can somebody just... Now I second guess myself entirely. It's not even like I can use it as proof anymore. I'm like, you clearly didn't even understand what I was asking you. I know I was right, but now I don't know anymore. But no, that's funny as hell. They keep tying it to science, and I'm trying to look for answers. Google's like, go fuck yourself. God damn it, dude. What are the odds of that? I've been complaining that Google does that to me, and then I look something up that's just plain and simple. Is red older than blue? And it was like, no, red is older than blue. It's like, okay, dude, I would need you to work with me for one fucking Google search so that I can explain. I need it to be the least confusing it can be, and you are making it way fucking harder than it needs to be, Google. God damn. At least it happened in real time on stream. Like, it would have happened off stream, and then I would have had to explain that, you know? Like, Google's just crazy, right? I'm not crazy, Google. You're crazy. So what it feels like I'm saying. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Where are these rocks pointing me? I was gonna say it's pointing me here like there's a jump up and then the tornado showed up. Ley lines are weird. So this is a ley line. This rock right here. This is what I keep referring to as a ley line. This big ass rock. You will notice that they are going to guide you in the direction, right? Now, they're all could be forward and backwards. They're just a ley line. They're just laid in a line. That's it. It's strange that they're laid in a line like that, right? Yes. But this is also a ley line. And it's a ruin, right? You see how it has lines? It's pointing this way, right? Ley lines are weird. How did I miss this grace? It's because the world didn't point me in that direction yet. You gotta run in a small circle. And so you sit down. It's saying go this way and then up, right? That's what this rock right here is saying. Or go down path, right? Down path. They're all pointing this way. Actually, it is kind of pointing me this way. What would I be looking at the end here? Oh, Jarberg, duh. Damn. Oh, that's not Jarberg. That's just a path. What the fuck? Cool. Thank you. See how this ley line right here? I feel crazy calling it a ley line, but like that very clearly guides you to the edge right here. You stand at the end of the rock, right? Then you just spin the camera around. You look up, look down. That looks beautiful. So it's a spiral upward, right? Which would mean if it were spiraling down, there would be land underneath this waterfall right here. Theoretically, if just this view is anything to go off of, right? There's a cliff, and then there's very clearly a ramp going down, made up of all of the land. We're currently on this shelf, then it goes down below to that Coliseum, and then down below to water level, and then down below to the actual ocean, and then there's a waterfall there and a big gap as if like the land were pulled out in like a handful or some shit, or like someone threw a veil over it and it disappeared. I'm actually also a big Zelda fan. Have you ever played the Phantom Pain? Because that is essentially Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, or not Wind Waker, Breath of the Wild. Except with nuclear disarmament. The story dies. No, okay, so where do we roll off of if we just run into this? We go this way? I really do love Metal Gear Solid, but honestly, Legend of Zelda is not bad. I love Wind Waker. The if I ever make a video game, I've made a couple actually. It's fucking weird to say. When I make my dream game, I want to have like a Wind Waker cell shaded style. I feel as if stylization is way more important than like going for realism, because when there are like eventual steps in terms of like story progress, not story progress. In terms of like graphics realism, right? Realistic graphics. There's like a new like new generation of graphics. It's so fucking cool. Your shit looks bad, and it sucks because it looked good before, but now just by comparison, like Pong, people love that shit. Now you gotta add like a million particle effects and stuff. But Pong is still fun. It's just we need those particle effects because that's what we're used to as gamers, right? But no, actually, like, again, a nicer way to put it is to give people their kudos, right? The games that stayed the test of time, right? They are typically like games with better stylization over like realistic graphics. It's not about how real it looks. It's about how cool it looks, so, right? And then like you think of like World of Warcraft Classic doing better than World of Warcraft Modern because the graphics arguably are better in modern retail WoW, but the fucking style is what everyone likes to play in classic WoW. I think this is a path it wants me to go to. I'm like torn right now. I can't tell if it wants me to go all the way down. There's no jump down here. Actually, I'm gonna just... Right? I don't think there is. No shot. No fucking way. No shot, dude. Game designers be game designing, dude. Are you fucking with me right now? I was like, those are a bunch of ley line rocks in the shape of a staircase. That is fucking insane. That does not do that. That does not do that. There's no shot that they made a fucking invisible staircase down the mountain with the ley line rocks. How the fuck? How did I even notice that? Shit did not look like a staircase, and then my brain was like, that's a staircase right there. And then I couldn't unsee it. What the fuck just happened? What? Huh? What? Actually, what the fuck? I need to send a care package to the guys, gals, and gays from software. I misspoke, but fuck it, we include them anyway, right? Oh my god. What the hell? I gotta go see it. No problem. That was like the perfect proof of my ley line theory, and it's still, even I couldn't believe how smooth that path was laid out. I'm like, wait, what? There's actually a staircase. I was like, there would have to be like some sort of coffin path or ley line secret path. And then I'm like, no fucking way. No way that's a path. And then it's so... I didn't even take fall damage. I was like, oh shit, that was 100% a path. But thank you, Flicker, for hanging out and chatting and being with me for a couple of these funny-ass discoveries of like, that's really what we're doing here? Alright, shit. Let's hit that and just hide real quick. Someone died. Let's hit it again. Is that blood? That's a carpet. No. There's an omen. Try decoy. Ooh. 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 I don't know what I signed up for, but it wasn't this. He's using the bird magic. He's using the bird magic that I accused him of using. I said this area was bird magic. They're using, ooh, lapis lazuli. Ooh, look at that. How come I can't do that? Where's my blue flame? God damn it! I want blue fire. It's not cool. Where's my blue fire? Did he fall? Let's just walk him up here. Ow. Ooh, shit. Darts are so broken. That's a trap. Alright. Trap. Sip. Is it a hidden path? Nope, that is not. Just a gorgeous view. That's funny. Trap ahead. Whoa! Oh! Actually. Okay. I got caught doing darts. I tried to throw 3 darts and then roll. I think I threw like 5 or 6 of them just now. That's not good. We were just at the end of the dungeon too. God damn it. Alright. Now we run straight through. There's blue fire on the walls, god damn it. So wait, what's the difference between the blue fire and the white fire catacombs? There has to be a difference. Oh, it was red fire! It was red fire! It was red fire! It was red fire! Because of Malekith, he had red fire! He's the watchdog burial man, the burial watchdog. The dogs be watching the burials. Is that it? It was red fire versus blue fire, but Malekith fucking... That's more of a maybe. More of a... That's just a theory. A game theory. Listen, I know there's a bunch of you. Time out. How many? What the fuck? God damn. How the fuck do I get down there? Is it gonna be a secret path? Liar ahead. No secret? No secret? Would have been nice. Okay. Shit. Looks kind of like a room you get teleported to. Ah. He's like, I saw you go into that bush, bro. Okay. You think he sees me? Okay, he sees me. What the fuck? Oh shit! Okay. Yeah, hopefully there's nothing else to fight up ahead. There's definitely something I'm about to get ambushed by. Well... I mean, that one kind of resolved itself, huh? Wonderful. You have like an item over there or some shit? Think I can get this? Oh my god, I almost hit him. Metal Gear, dude. Fucking no way that just happened. That guy's Metal Gear. I can't attack. I can't roll. I could attack, but I couldn't roll. All right, and we're done. I have no healing. I'm gonna go straight into the boss room. No physic. We're fine. What is it? Just a fucking watchdog? The Grace is like right outside the boss room, so it's okay if I die. Oh, actually, you know what I never got to answer? Where the fuck does Roger go? Because that kind of changes everything that I'm on right now, this whole trajectory. We didn't really do anything. I'm more exploring for answers. But... yeah, giving Hayata the first grape and then her winding up here makes the most sense. Things stop flowing if you don't kill the bosses, but you might have to just kill them in a very specific order, starting with Radon. If Godric needs to be killed, I have no fucking clue what's happening anymore. My first like attempt at just looking for an answer was the closest so far. If Roger's not, that means I was closer to the answer when I thought I was wrong. How's that work? I was like, surely this can't be it. The whole time I was doing it. And I was along a path. And now I'm like, oh, we should check if the path was truly there by, you know, going ahead of ourselves or talking to people out of order. And every single fucked up path that we've shown just hints at the secret path being there the first time that we showed it like a month ago. Which is fucked. I didn't want that to happen. Okay. So real quick, we can teleport out of here. I'm just gonna go to the table of Lost Grace. New items can now be purchased from the Twin Maidens Husk. What? And Roger's not there? What? Wait, what? Wait, what? Are they talking about this Twin Maiden, the one that I can't enter yet? See what I mean by like when we try to put shit out of order? It really doesn't make sense. Like what the fuck just happened? Ah, so we missed Rena. That's right. Alright. So I know I fucked up and I'm not supposed to be out of this zone yet. We went ahead of ourselves. We're supposed to loop back? Maybe they wanted you to spiral this way? Now that we've already fucked it up, I'm gonna go look around. Now that I know we're on the wrong path. That's what I thought, we were on the wrong path. But like that item right there confirmed it. I missed an entire character interaction. So this is not where they want you to go. So back when I said we should circle around and talk to Rena, I was thinking we go back to Radon and we go into the fire area, but that's completely out of order. That's like you fucked up the entire pathing. All right, hello, ma'am.
Apologies. As fellow down whatever road.
So that is another double entendre. She's saying whichever road takes us to Elden Lord. As in the road we're on right now is not the one that's gonna take us to the Elden Lord, so we shouldn't have gone forward. Okay. So this is real, like, this one's for science. So fucking Grace right there? Wait. Okay, that kind of hints back at what I was thinking originally. You're definitely supposed to come backwards through this. I've never seen that Grace in that room. The whole fucking area I haven't explored. My theory of walking backwards to see secrets is upheld by that room, but that's the last place I was expecting a confirmation. I was like, clearly you have to listen to Nepheli and go backwards, but where would it take you? Oh, there's literally a road right here. So you walk backwards down the road, you get to the entrance of the castle from the end of the castle with Godric. Well, I've never seen this. What is this fucking item? You can open the gate from this side? What the fuck is this? So he's a commoner. I thought he was a noble this whole time. Garb with modest cloth cape attached. Standard wear for commoners of the lands between. The board hung from the neck depicts a sprawling tree, its roots and branches forming two holes. This is a self-imposed shackle, a voluntary display of allegiance to the Erd tree that increases faith. Holy shit, I've been wondering what the fuck this stupid symbol on them means. It is a self-imposed hatred. Holy fuck. Okay, so pretty much we did everything right until we delved into the secret too early. Unless we might not have even fucked that up. Now do I go down here and talk to Gestak?
Oh, hello. I've come in. Only it turns out I can. Perhaps you'd like to.
What the fuck? I'm sure I'm not discovering this, but it's like this is like an obvious room. Okay, so we did this. We did trigger something for this. What? What? A crucible knight guarding a lift? What? What the fuck are you talking about? You're telling me Stormvale Castle is even bigger than I know it is already? What? How come Gestak has so much shit to him? What the fuck? So now that I've opened the gate and circled back around, he's willing to what? Didn't I fucking take you out? I guess not.
Oh, hello.
So you circle back around, you jump through, and then you go this way again, and then he starts following you? That doesn't make it... What? Huh? What? I have so many questions. Is this real? Is this real? Is this really about to happen? Is this the cliffside? What is this bullshit? So there's a trigger somewhere that I've never seen before in my life. You can get Gestalk to follow you down here somehow? What the fuck? Okay. Damn it, he won't appear at them if you've already opened the main gate. Okay, so, nope. Ruined watchtower behind Stormville cliffside. Okay. What the fuck? So I needed to rest up there. Okay, so I actually just fucked up entirely by opening the gate. You're not supposed to open the gate before doing these, because then I'm missing this interaction with him. And this one. And what if these have dialogue, then I'm missing all of these. You're supposed to do that before you fight him, maybe? What the fuck? Okay. So this is suggesting that we go into Kaled and do Garank stuff back. Like, I don't know for certain, but the way it maths out, there aren't really any quests that get pushed up by going into Kaled, so you could do everything here, and then same as Godric, you get to the boss room and then you turn around. Okay. I'm gonna call it here, because now we've reached a point where there's definitely gonna be chronomancy involved. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna design my game. I've just been doing map design. Killing. Very generic stuff. I've been inspired by Elden Ring, though. It's so good. It's such a good game that I didn't want to make a Souls-like. I'm like, already done. They did the thing. But, no, I do love this game. And I definitely, even though we're on the wrong path right now, I felt like I needed to continue down the wrong path. It's like, you're on an invisible bridge if you're doing the secret path backwards. So there's a quote, life must be understood backwards, but lived forwards. That's what applies right here. You need to understand what it's telling you backwards, and then you need to go through the game forward. So if Gideon gives you the list, right, and everything he's saying is backwards up to a point, then it's you start here at the tip and then you head down, around, maybe you spiral, who knows. I feel like I'm finding answers as I'm fucking up. But we definitely have to go back for Rena. We definitely have to go back for the chrysalid. We definitely have to go back for Dee's quest, right? And maybe we can progress Alexander's. We can loop around. We can explore. We go through Caelid. In my mind, I'm thinking Caelid first before you go into Liurnia. Just because of the way it's connected. This is such a big connection with pretty much two paths, one going forward and then one coming backwards, right? This one, you have two paths going forward. Actually, this would be a backwards path. If it's a secret path, maybe. All that I know is that I definitely have to circle back around. It kind of makes sense with the jumping spiral. You spiral up to the top. And then you, instead of jumping down here, and then you would go backwards through the zone. You hit her. You just draw a circle, right? You go. Boom. Boom. Then you hit the, I guess the Dragon Communion. Oh, that's fucking cool. So he beats you with the dragon. What, do you get to phase 2? You let him kill you in phase 2 with the dragon consumes you, and then you need a dragon. Do you then go do Dragon Communion? Is that the secret? Alright, seeing as I'm going to rewind time, let's just kill Godric real quick, right? Might as well end with a cool clash. So, again.
Mighty dragon. They're the true born heir.
So he knows the true born heirs of dragonkind. He needs their strength.
Deliver me
He knows they're related, kindred spirits. That's actually insane. They gave him like that plastic surgery lip, like that Botox lip that chicks get when they have like way too much plastic surgery. It looks like someone punched them in the fucking top of their mouth. It sucks, but like the only comparison is like I've only ever seen fighters with that big of a lip when they get punched in the face. It's the only comparison. Like an MMA fighter that just got his ass kicked. That's what Godric kind of looks like. All right. I guess it fits with his design of not truly loving his like flesh that he was born with. He wants to. If there's any plastic surgery allegory in this entire game, it's Godric, the grafted. Grafted to a dragon. True heir. Ooh.
I am the Lord of all that is golden, and one day we'll return
Oh, you actually use lightning on your weapons. What the fuck?
bathed in rays of gold.
Lightning bird? Lightning bird? Lightning bird? Lightning bird. 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 Birds, raptors, dragons, lightning, dragon. A lightning dragon is what you're telling me? That they are heir to the lightning dragon family? What? Why is there a red dragon on this shield that looks like Rakshasa? Why do dragons represent the abyssal hunger? What is happening? What the fuck is happening? No, it's all tied together for sure. I'll throw my garb back on. Let's rewind time and look for some answers, huh? I'm gonna take tomorrow off. A little extra time to design my game. And then when we return, hopefully I've rewound time and did the things I needed to do this time. And then next time you see me, we'll find out whether we need to kill Godric the Grafted or not, for real. I'll see you. Golden